Up next, Chopper Force pilot talks about what it was like when his helicopter went down.
More shocking images and tough questions for Donald Rumsfeld.
Dorm danger, why New York City officials say students aren't safe enough on campus.
And an emotional end to Friends next.
One night, some lawyers snuck into your home and made you sign a contract dictating that you have to be a mature, sedan-driving adult. The bad news, that really is your signature on the contract. The good news, there's a loophole. No one said it has to be boring. It can be fun. It can be gorgeous. It can be fast. That's the loophole. Huh.
Philly cheesesteak pizza.
No drooling this time.
Guys like Philly cheesesteak, guys like Domino's Pizza. That's why Domino's created the Philly cheesesteak pizza. Get a medium for only $9.99 and any second medium for just $5 more. Get the door. It's Domino's Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Later on The Tonight Show. Now that you know how it all ended, Jay's giving you one more chance to hang out with all the friends. Plus tunes from the Black Eyed Peas. Your local news is next.
You're watching NBC for New York. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
This is my death. I'm witnessing my own death. This is it. I'm fine with it. It's over.
The pilot of Chopper Force stares down death, spares lives, and lives to talk about it all. We'll hear his heroic story.
New photos of prisoner abuse at the hands of the U.S. Army send shockwaves throughout the world, and pressure grows on the Secretary of Defense.
Dorm danger, a call for action from city officials as our investigation finds student safety may depend on where students enroll. Good evening. It was a terrifying crash with a miraculous outcome. Tonight, the pilot at the controls when disaster struck tells his story.
Russ Mowry is a seasoned, battle-hardened helicopter pilot. Through one war and 30 years of flying, he prepared for life and death emergencies. But when it finally happened 2 days ago, catastrophe struck without warning. One moment, Russ was hovering over a crime scene, setting up a shot for our 6 o'clock news. The next, he was plunging out of control.
My first recollection is when I was looking straight down at the ground.
When it pitched
straight
over
down. Straight down.
How much control did you have at that point?
I don't know, but you cannot train for that procedure. You can't do it. No airspeed, no tail rotor. I tried to keep it straight and level. I don't know if I was flying it. I was making control movements, but I don't know if I was flying it.
Well, you were fighting it. You didn't give up.
No.
You didn't let go.
Oh, no. But when I saw that chimney or something, I said, I got to hit it. I have to hit it. Because you cannot, under any circumstances, go to the street. When things start hitting, when the blades start hitting other things, it all goes out. And there are people out there. Little kids, all that kind of stuff, they're out there. And that's where the shrapnel's going. I mean, they disassemble themselves in a matter of moments. And that stuff just goes. And if you put that thing down on the street or an intersection, you cannot do it. You cannot.
The street wasn't an option for you.
It was not an option. At that point, I didn't say goodbye to my mother. I didn't say goodbye to my wife or kids or anything, but I knew I was going to die. I was not going to come out on the other side of that chimney. It was not going to happen.
You're alive today.
Yeah.
The two guys on board with you are alive because of what you did in those last months.
I'm reluctant to say that. It just, fate had a great deal of play here. Great deal of play.
Fate wasn't kicking the pedals and moving the stick.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I think every helicopter pilot waits for his moment. And perhaps that was my moment. And I got through it, so I'm okay with that.
He has a broken ankle, cuts, bruises, and a nasty black eye. But Russ Mowry knows he's a very lucky man. You don't remember being pinned in the cockpit with the engine running?
No. My first recollection is being in the ambulance, and I just didn't know. I knew it wasn't heaven, and I knew it wasn't hell, but I didn't know what was going on.
Before we sat down to talk, Russ was reluctant to watch the actual video of his crash. But after our interview, he changed his mind. It was a difficult moment.
Just look at that. Look at, oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus.
Let's back that up.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's hard to look at. That is hard to look at.
So you get right at the rooftops you pull out.
Oh, well, see, you can't go to the street. See the street over there? You can't do it. So I guess I tried to get it. I wanted to go to the roof. Now you'll see it hit that chimney where I wanted to stop. It's right over, right, guess right down here.
Yep,
there it is. Bang, stop me. Nope, keep going. I really bent it up that time. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
The absolute worst thing could ever happen to a helicopter pilot happened. I can't imagine anything worse.
You gonna fly again?
Oh yeah, yeah. This can't be the coda to my career. I've got to go out and fly again. And I'm going to land, for the last time when I land a helicopter, I will land on a dolly or on the ground and I'll walk away. This isn't going to be the way it ends.
Reporter Andrew Torres is still recovering tonight at Kings County Hospital, and observer Hassam Tan Marin was released yesterday.
Devastating new photographs depict U.S. soldiers abusing Iraqi prisoners. The Pentagon says it was the depraved action of a few, and they will pay the price. And President Bush has apologized, but tonight there are demands for heads to roll at a higher level. Rob Morrison is here now with more.
So Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld has been the focus of much criticism today as this abuse scandal continues to grow. Tomorrow, he'll be answering some tough questions and possibly fighting for his job when he appears before members of Congress. New pictures of prisoner abuse first published today in the Washington Post. An Army reservist holding a naked prisoner by a leash, 2 men handcuffed to prison bars, and at least 3 more bound together on the floor. The chorus of congressional leaders now calling for Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld's resignation growing. But at least for now, he has the president's support.
Secretary Rumsfeld has been the secretary during 2 wars. And he is... He's an important part of my cabinet, and he'll stay in my cabinet.
Pentagon officials tell NBC News Rumsfeld will defend the Pentagon's handling of the alleged abuse when he appears before the Senate Armed Services Committee tomorrow. New York's senior senator says he looks forward to questioning Rumsfeld.
So I have a lot of questions about how Secretary Rumsfeld has run not so much the 3 weeks during the conflict, but the situation afterward.
In Washington today, Republicans accused some Democrats of using the scandal to score points against the Bush administration.
The Democrat leadership has decided to take a political position and is undermining our troops in the field.
But experts say the scandal runs much deeper than that.
Rumsfeld shows himself to be somewhat out of touch with respect to a politically important issue. Even a central issue to what we're trying to do in Iraq. And I think that you just can't get around, whether it's a Republican, a Democrat, or whomever.
NBC News will carry live coverage of the Defense Secretary's testimony tomorrow. You can also watch a live stream of it on your computer at WNBC.com. Both begin at 11:45 a.m. Chuck?
Rob, thank you. There may be a new threat from Osama bin Laden tonight. He is reportedly offering a bounty on the heads of top U.S. and UN officials in Iraq. An audio recording says al-Qaeda is offering $125,000 for the killing of Chief U.S. Administrator Paul Bremer, UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, and his envoy in Iraq.
Former Mayor Rudolph Giuliani is taking sides tonight in the jurisdictional battle between the police and fire departments. His views on which agency should take charge in the event of another terrorist attack here may surprise you.
If the terrorists are in the building or the terrorists are in the incident, then the police department or the FBI has to be in charge. But if the terrorists are not in the building or alive in the building, then a fire department should probably run the rescue effort.
Giuliani told the Council on Foreign Relations that the world is a safer place today because the threat of terrorism is being dealt with head-on.
A buried body is unearthed, and tonight 2 people face criminal charges. The body is believed to be 39-year-old Lori Stillman. It was found in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Police say she'd taken a trip upstate New York with a man named Kenneth Borger. Borger told investigators Stillman died in a car crash. He's charged with tampering with evidence. Borger's girlfriend is charged with making a false report.
Detectives in Brooklyn say they've busted a white-collar crime ring that sold homes it did not own. The accused con artist went online to find properties about to be auctioned because of unpaid taxes. The DA's office says the suspects then paid the taxes and forged deeds naming themselves as the owners before selling the properties to unsuspecting buyers.
The Manhattan skin doctor known for his Subway ads has been disciplined by the state health department. Dr. Jonathan Zismore has been fined $40,000 and placed on 3 years probation. Health officials accused him of not performing adequate physical exams on patients and not keeping accurate medical records. Under the settlement, the doctor does not admit any wrongdoing.
Dorm danger. Have the lessons of a deadly campus fire been learned? What we found in New York dormitory rooms will surprise you. Tim Minton's exclusive investigation.
The women of Stepford are perfect, charming, sexy.
These Stepford women, they're a whole other dimension.
This summer,
imagine if you could streamline your spouse.
She could be next. Nicole Kidman, Matthew Broderick, Bette Midler, Christopher Walken, Faith Hill, and Glenn Close.
What have they done to you?
The Stepford Wives.
Good morning, Joanna.
Starts Friday, June 11th, only in theaters.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Equinox.
That's what I got. You turn the heat.
Want to see more? See your local Chevy dealer. Get a 2005 Equinox LS for around $269 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. The all-new 2005 Chevy Equinox. See your local Chevy dealer.
Each year, more than 2,000 fires break out in dormitories nationwide. 2 to 3 students die. Sprinklers are required in New Jersey dorms since a deadly fire there, and now New York City officials want to get tougher. Investigative reporter Tim Minton is live at NYU campus in Washington Square with the exclusive story. Tim?
Sue, NYU obeys the current law, but like many of New York's best-known colleges and universities, doesn't want you to see what protection is or is not provided. At New York University's freshman dormitory, minutes before we're ordered to shut off our camera, we see sprinklers in hallways, but none in rooms where students sleep and cook.
We have fire extinguishers, but that's about it. We have a stove and an oven, so we play with fire a lot, but there's no sprinkler.
Students tried to use fire extinguishers 4 years ago when a pre-dawn blaze started in a lounge at this Seton Hall dormitory. 3 freshman students died. There were no sprinklers. Aaron Carroll's mother still visits the cemetery twice a week. She believes sprinklers would have saved the 18-year-old who aspired to join the FBI.
Makes me very angry.
These days, Candy Carroll can't understand why more states don't change the law like New Jersey did, requiring administrators to install sprinklers.
I guarantee you, if some senator or congressman, if their kid lost their life in a fire in a dormitory, boy, that legislation would pass real fast.
At Columbia University, like NYU, some dorms have better protection in hallways than in rooms. Across Broadway at Barnard College, where officials declined an on-camera tour, we inspected conditions with the president of the National Fire Sprinkler Association. We found only administration offices are sprinkler protected.
In an area where you don't have people 24 hours a day, they decided to put a sprinkler system. Yet in an area where you have young students 24 hours a day, there were no sprinklers.
Barnard's response? It says some dorms have sprinklers, adding we do meet all of the fire safety codes in New York State.
Hundreds, if not thousands of people have been killed or injured in buildings that were built according to the code. It's only after the fact that people say, why weren't these structures protected?
Sprinkler advocates are about to get some powerful support. New York City Buildings Commissioner Patricia Lancaster wants to change the code to require Barnard and other schools to install sprinklers. And she's not alone. Fire Commissioner Scopetta, joined by his department's highest-ranking chiefs, also says the change is overdue.
Unfortunately, it sometimes takes a disaster of some kind before reform happens. That shouldn't be the case.
For now, only Fordham University is voluntarily installing sprinklers in every dorm room. Cost $7 million. All rooms will be protected like this one by the fall of next year.
If we put this just here, a fire could start in his wardrobe.
Okay.
And the sprinkler wouldn't hit it.
So you actually have a second sprinkler in this room?
Yeah, 2.
1?
Some rooms we have 3.
That's 3 more than in most New York dorm rooms, where administrators may be waiting to see if politicians get fired up enough to change the law. NYU says it's spending $47 million in the next several years to upgrade what it calls life safety. Still, the university concedes that almost half of 21 dormitories have no sprinklers at all. We're live in Greenwich Village. Tim Minton, News Channel 4.
Tim, thank you. Now, you'll need a prescription if you want the morning after pill. The Food and Drug Administration rejected over-the-counter sales of that pill today, citing concerns about young teenagers using them properly. But regulators could reverse their decision if the drug maker can show that teens under 16 can use the pill safely without a doctor's guidance.
Coming up, Janice says it's going to feel like summer tomorrow, but what about the weekend? She'll have the forecast.
And a Friends finale under the stars. I'm Amy Nuzzo. Hear what fans had to say about the final episode coming up.
Hey, isn't Jacobson choking?
I'd definitely say Jacobson's choking.
I know exactly what to do. I've seen it in the movies. It's called the Heimlich maneuver. You make a ball, stand behind the guy, and pull hard. The action on the solar plexus.
That's right, the solar plexus.
Expels the food. Just like I told you.
Less talk.
Just like in the movies.
Make it happen. The Royal Bank of Scotland Group.
Taxi!
So sweet. De quoi ai-je l'air? Boys, une petite partie?
Very irresistible Givenchy. This stylish weekender bag is yours free with any $45 Givenchy women's fragrance purchase, including new Very Irresistible Givenchy, now at Macy's.
I'm Maurice Dubois.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Friday on Today in New York, smoother, younger-looking skin without creams or surgery will have the revolutionary new procedure.
Under the stars, the best rooftop night spots.
And Chris Amino's forecast, 5 to 7 in the morning.
The new 2005 Ford Escape Limited Edition. With a more powerful engine, superior ride and handling, luxurious interior appointments, leather seating, premium sound, power moonroof, and so much more. A Ford Escape Limited Edition for $289 a month. Just $289 a month with only $695 down. A limited edition Escape with extraordinary savings for a limited time only.
You know who you are. You're sitting there, frustrated with your wireless service, waiting for the day your old contract is up, the day you're finally free to get wireless that works. Verizon Wireless. Bring your number to the most reliable wireless network in America, the one that works in more places than any other. Test the best for 15 days, risk-free, and hear how wireless was meant to work. Verizon Wireless. See you soon.
I got off the plane.
Well, we've said cheers to Cheers and sayonara to Seinfeld. Tonight, another Thursday night television tradition is history.
You no doubt saw it. The end of Friends. Amy Nuzzo is live in Tribeca, where thousands of fans watch the finale on the big screen. Amy?
Well, instead of showing a movie, the Tribeca Film Festival's drive-in theater here at Pier 25 along the West Side Highway showed the Friends finale, a free but sold-out show that drew thousands of romantics hoping to see love prevail. 3,000 Friends fans flocked to the Tribeca Film Festival's drive-in theater to find out how a 10-year era would come to an end. Many hoping for one thing and one thing only.
Oh, what everyone wants. Ross and Rachel getting together.
I want to see marriage. I want to see connection. I want love to prevail.
I got off the plane.
And fans got what they asked for. After years of fumbling, Ross finally confessed his love to Rachel, and Rachel decided not to go to Paris so she could stay with Ross. And in a surprise twist, Chandler and Monica not only got their bundle of joy, they got 2 bundles.
The next baby should be along in a minute.
We only ordered 1. While most admit the ending was fairly predictable, we didn't hear any complaints.
I was just very happy with the ending. I was expecting Rachel and Ross to be together. It's very cool to see that she got off the plane. But I had to cry all the time. It was so emotional. It was great. It tied everything together.
I thought it was good that they stayed together, and now it sort of leaves like hope.
I wish it wouldn't end, but I'm glad Ross and Rachel finally got together. That's the way it should be. Let's go, Ross and Rachel.
Now, I'm sure you noticed there were no cars at the drive-in theater. Well, it's actually really a walk-in theater. Many fans told me on their way out that they're hoping to see the Friends get back together again on Joey's spinoff. Time will tell. Live in Lower Manhattan, Amy Nuzzo, News Channel 4.
All right, Amy, thank you.
It's time to say hello to our friend Janice.
Thank you. Hello. I've got some good news about the weather, at least warm temperatures tomorrow, but about 10 to 15 degrees cooler over the weekend. That's such great news. Take a look outside now. It's not too bad out. There is a frontal boundary approaching, but the storms are well over the Great Lakes right now. We may see a few approaching tonight, though. 57 degrees right now and partly cloudy with calm winds. And the relative humidity that's climbing a bit, it's up to 72%. The pressure's rising now at 30.06. We made it to 70 this afternoon, and 48 was the morning low temperature, so our readings were just about near average today across the tri-state area in terms of temperature, so not bad at all. Right now, it's relatively cool to mild out, low to mid 50s and even some areas in the 40s. But look at the mild air. Pittsburgh 74, Erie 75. This is some of the warm air that's coming our way for a brief time tomorrow. Well upstate and across the Great Lakes, we see thunderstorms moving across near Buffalo and towards the central portion of the state. This is with the front, and it will sag southward tonight. And you may even hear some rumbles of thunder once again before the sun comes up in the morning, especially north and west of the city, where most of this action is probably going to take place tonight. So be prepared for that late tonight and possibly early in the morning, too. Low temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Highs tomorrow, 70s to around 80. Windy in the afternoon, but it looks like the warm air will move out very quickly because over the weekend it will be cooler. Denver 88 tomorrow, 91 for Atlanta. Some showers around D.C. too. Same frontal system coming their way. Here's our forecast for the tri-state area tonight. A chance for a thunderstorm or two later on tonight in the wee hours in the morning, 60. Tomorrow morning, still a slight chance of showers, but it'll clear out the late part of the morning, partly sunny skies, and 76. Showers on Saturday. Look at how much cooler it is, 61. Pretty nice day on Sunday, but the rain will return Sunday night. That's the night of Mother's Day. So Mother's Day should be good, clear.
All right, Janice, thank you.
All right, coming up as we continue, the Friends cast talks about tonight's big finale.
In sports, the fans got their money's worth at Shea, a Barry Bonds sighting, and a thrilling ball game.
And the scorching hot Yanks go for 9 straight, and a sweep in Oakland. Lynn is next with sports.
Free checking? That's easy to find. But I'm looking for the best bank, not trade-offs. In other words, free is not enough.
Introducing Chase Power Checking. It's free checking with direct deposit that gives you all the power and expertise of Chase, plus a whole lot more. And with so many locations, switching to Chase is easy. Switch to Chase, where free checking is worth having.
Good day.
Do you do 1 hour developing?
That's what we do.
Great.
Go for less, come back with more. British Airways flights to London start at $188 each way based on round-trip purchase with 4-star hotels from $69. Book your vacation by May 13th at BA.com.
Here's the DNA.
This is unusual. Look at this.
It's evolved.
It's growing. What is it?
Dominance. It runs in the family. Escalade, the EXT, and the longer ESV. Cadillac. Breakthrough. Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
Tonight on Friends Finale Night on NBC Late Night. First on The Tonight Show, Jay's on the Friends set with the entire cast as they say goodbye.
Kind of too much to process.
With all-star tributes and never-before-seen outtakes. Then the celebration continues on Conan with Brad Pitt and Janet Jackson. NBC Tonight.
Today's topic, trash cans with identity crises.
I know my identity on the green recycling bin for newspapers, cardboard.
You flip your lid for any trash.
No, New Yorkers recycle paper in me.
And I'm for bottles, cans, and metal.
Well, what about litter?
Honey, New Yorkers put litter in its place.
They're reusing stuff, too. That reduces waste. We all benefit.
With all this recycling and reusing, there's less trash to play in.
Great! New Yorkers are reducing, reusing, recycling.
Go to break.
Glass and Wiggly Recycling are back. Call 311 for info.
Hey, honey.
Hey, just think of what we can do with all the money we're saving.
Well, I have been giving it some thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Prices you gotta see. Circuit City has a huge selection of digital cameras, all at great low prices.
Right now, you'll get this Kodak 3.1 megapixel digital camera with printer dock for only $299.99 and get a free printer bag after mail-in rebate. This week only at Circuit City.
Len Berman here with sports. Let's get right to these baseball highlights.
Exciting stuff heating up at Shea. Mets going for the sweep of the Giants. In the fourth inning, Marquise Grissom batting. Tough decision for Todd Zeal. Do I field the bat or the ball? Grissom reads safely. The next batter, Barry Bonds, back in the lineup tonight. Al Leiter gets him to pop it up. Mike Piazza makes the terrific play. Bonds was 0 for 3. They walked him twice. Sixth inning, 1 out. Jason Schmidt working on a no-hitter. Zeal breaks it up with the single. No score in the seventh. Pedro Feliz. He breaks up Al Leiter's shutout. 1-0 Giants. Bottom of the seventh, Kareem Garcia. Ditto. He breaks up Schmitz. That tied the game at 1. Now 1-1 top of the 11th. After walking Bonds to load the bases, David Weathers gets Pedro Feliz looking. The reaction of the supposedly mild-mannered Art Howe in the dugout. Weathers pumps his fist as well. Now bottom of the 11th. 2 outs. Piazza facing Jim Brower deep to left field. Barry Bonds goes back and cannot get it. Piazza wins the game 2-1. The Mets sweep the Giants. They've won 4 in a row. The Mets are just 3 games out of first place. And the Yankees trying to make it 9 straight wins in Oakland. Top of the second inning. Kenny Lofton back in the lineup facing Rich Harden. Up the gap and right all the way to the wall. Tony Clark and Enrique Wilson score a 2-run triple. Yankees with 4 in the second, but now 4-3 Yankees. Bottom of the fourth. Javier Vasquez pitching to a Rubio Durazo. Gone. That ties the game at 4. That's where we are as they play the 5th inning in Oakland tonight. Pedro Martinez and Boston won, so the Yankees need to win to stay tied for first. And good for Major League Baseball. They decided that putting Spider-Man logos on the bases wasn't maybe in the best interest of baseball, so the cheesy idea has been scrapped. The Nets are a day closer to resuming their basketball season. Game 2 tomorrow night in Detroit. The Nets, like the Lakers last night, in danger of going down 2-0 on the road. Bruce Beck was at practice today.
We have a very professional group. Like I said, we're very fortunate because of the character we have in this locker room, and we'll respond.
Do you have time to watch the Friends finale tonight, or are you still watching film?
Who's Friends?
And you thought sports was a friends-free zone. Remember what happened 50 years ago today.
Oxford running for 3As against the University. Roger Bannister limbers up for a planned attack on that 4-minute mile.
Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile, 3:59.4. 25 years old then, 75 years old today.
Well done, Roger Bannister. The 4-minute mile is Britain's.
The stopwatch that recorded 3 minutes 59.4 seconds, 6th of May 1954. And these are the spikes which I spent some trouble filing down to make them thinner and put graphite on to make them sharper.
Today he returned to Oxford, the scene of the crime.
Once you've been through a sporting fame phase, then you realize how insubstantial it is. It's very fleeting.
Well, his record lasted exactly 46 days. The mild record is now 3:43.13, held by a Moroccan. In 50 years, it's been shaved a little over 16 seconds.
That's a long time.
That's a lot to track, absolutely. All right.
Thank you. So, where are the Friends celebrating tonight?
Well, at Central Perk, of course. The entire cast is going to join Jay Leno on The Tonight Show, and we're going to take you to Burbank for a preview straight ahead.
Doesn't the best mom in the world deserve the best gift in the world? Come to Kohl's Mother's Day sale this Thursday through Saturday and save 60% on all fine and sterling silver jewelry. Plus, handbags are 35% off. And our entire stock of frames is 50% off. KitchenAid's heavy-duty stand mixer is just $199.99. Or treat mom to a Homedics foot massager for just $9.99. Think brands, think value, think ease. Think Kohl's Mother's Day sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
How do you lose weight and still live your life? With a plan that fits your life. This is Weight Watchers in action. Being able to handle any food situation in stride and in control. That's a plan you can live with, lose with, and feel great about.
When you join Weight Watchers meetings now, you'll get our new book of time-saving meal ideas free, plus free registration. But hurry, offer ends May 29th. Call, click, or stop by the Weight Watchers near you.
The SUVs with class-exclusive cooled front seats. Lincoln Navigator and Lincoln Aviator. Now during the Lincoln Mercury SUV Drive-Away. You can add this to your comfort level. Drive Aviator now for $449 a month with $13.99 down payment due at signing. Lincoln Navigator, Lincoln Aviator, and Mercury Mountaineer. The SUV Drive-Away only at your Tri-State Lincoln Mercury dealer.
He was the last uniformed police officer pulled from the wreckage of the Twin Towers. Now, he must face the most difficult decision of his life. Jim Rosenfield reports, Last Man Out, tomorrow on News Channel 4 at 11.
This spring, come to Lowe's and let your ideas build. Only Lowe's has top choice lumber. Every piece square, straight, solid, and strong. Lowe's also has a huge selection of the brand name building materials the pros depend on. And Lowe's guarantees low prices every day. That's our promise. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Buy $350 or more of Owens Corning shingles, get a $50 gift card free.
This afternoon, Dan's switching to Wachovia to open a free checking account with no monthly service fees and no minimum balance or direct deposit requirements. Tonight, he'll happily write his first Wachovia check to Sal's Plumbing. Come in today for really free checking. Wachovia.
Ross, Rachel, Phoebe, Chandler, Monica, and Joey. They've been part of our lives for the past decade.
And tonight we bid farewell to our friends, and there's actually one more curtain call. One more, courtesy Jay Leno. Nancy O'Dell reports from Burbank.
Come on out, guys. The men of Friends and the lovely ladies took to the Central Perk stage one last time today to tape a special edition of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Jay filled his audience with 300 fans who braved the California heat just to get a seat. The reward, an early screening of the Friends finale.
I'm 10 years older now than I was when I started watching it, like everybody else here, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the end.
I do love you. Oh, I love you too, and I am never letting you go again.
Okay, because this is where I want to be.
While America cried tears of joy when Ross and Rachel got back together, the stars were swept away to a secret location to watch the finale together.
It's a girl? Yeah. Well, now we have one of each.
Stage 24 is now officially the Friends stage.
And it was an emotional day for the Friends stars who joined the show's creators and crew to rename their beloved Stage 24 the Friends stage. Jennifer Aniston fought back the tears as she grabbed a very pregnant Courtney Cox's hand for support.
I had to tell you, that means almost more than any of the other things that have happened. The wonderful things, the nominations and the awards. There is something about that that is so concrete because so many memories are in that building.
This is going to go down in history as one of the best. We did get everything that we wanted, as I mentioned. I'm just curious to see how many people tuned in. Jeff Zucker, entertainment president for NBC, had said that he thought it was going to be 50 million. I'm willing to say maybe a little higher. Of course, we're going to have those numbers for you on Access Hollywood tomorrow and all the other Friends news. We'll see how the party went and how the cast celebrated. Chuck and Sue, back to you in New York.
Nancy, thank you, and we'll be right back.
Planning your next career move? Log on to WNBC.com for the latest job openings at WNBC and WNJU, or call the toll-free hotline at 866-392-1028.
Good day.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you do 1 hour photo developing?
That's what we do.
Great.
With British Airways, you'll go for less and come back with more. Flights to London start at $188 each way based on round-trip purchase with 4-star hotels from $69. Book your vacation by May 13th at BA.com.
See you in 1 hour.
We feel proud to live in such an exciting, vibrant, culturally rich community. Each year, Fleet contributes millions of dollars to local nonprofits that support the arts. And our employees donate thousands of hours performing community service. Because at Fleet, we're all dedicated to the communities where we live and work. And our commitment continues today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, cutting through the confusion about heart-healthy eating. From eggs to red meat to fish and shellfish. What's really right? NBC Nightly News tomorrow.
Color her world this Mother's Day. The jewelry store at Macy's. Selection, quality, and value. 1/2 carat diamond platinum stud earrings, $289. 4-carat diamond bracelet, $999. 1/4 carat diamond necklace, $229. 1-carat diamond earrings, $299. 1/10 carat diamond earrings, bonus buy, $49. Color her world. The jewelry store at Macy's.
Why get residential cable for our business? Verizon Business DSL gives us remote dial-up access. We can network multiple computers at no extra charge. And we get 24/7 business tech support. Can cable do that? Can cable do that?
You okay?
Just a bad dream.
Get the broadband value that does more for your business at a great price. Call 1-866-YES-2-DSL for Verizon Business DSL.
Verizon.
Closed captioning provided by your local Toyota dealer. Get the feeling. Toyota.
I got off the plane.
Janice, you promised to sing the theme for us?
I'll be there for you.
Okay. That's close in.
Carry a tune, can't you?
Well, that's it for News Channel 4 at 11. The Friends cast is on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno next.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
You're watching NBC, America's late night leader.
From Warner Brothers Studios, it's The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.